Hi, everybody. This is Gail. Welcome to my channel. And we have the big reveal on which green screen we're using. But we have a tie. If you were in our Facebook group, then you had a chance to vote on what green screen that we were going to use for tonight. And it was a tie between the green screen that you see behind me now and green screen A. So we're going to get to that in a few minutes. First, I want to say hi. Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man the Hero, was here first. He says he will see us at 6 p.m. or so. And Candy the Wee Service Dog is here, as she points out, the first one here during the regular showtime. So, hi to both of you. So I hope you like the green screen. I thought, well, I couldn't decide this week which one to use. So I thought, Peter Parker is here. Hello, Peter. So I thought since there was the weekend there that I missed due to being on this sunset cruise out at Reelfoot Lake, which is a state park. It's in West Tennessee. The lake, for those of you who may not know, the lake was actually created by a series of earthquakes in 1811 and 1812. During a short span of time, they had like 2,000 earthquakes happening. And so it caused the Mississippi River to actually run backwards. And between the earthquake and the Mississippi running backwards, it created Reelfoot Lake, which is probably the most unique place that I have been so far in my travels. I've been to a lot of unique places, but maybe I should say special places because of the huge array of just scenery and wildlife that they have. So we took 2 tours, and the morning tour that we took was just absolutely fascinating. And okay, Peter's saying that he hopes this show is COVID-19 free. It is on my end. I can't vouch for your end. If you think you have a shot at catching COVID during this live stream, put on a mask, wash your hands, bathe in sanitizer. That's all I can say. Candy the Wee Service Dog says she loves this. She voted for the one that I have up. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. What you see behind me here, this bird, that's actually an osprey, often confused for a bald eagle because it's got a white head on it, and it's a very large raptor, a very large bird of prey, but it is not. When you really look at the head of an osprey, there's a brown stripe on the side of his head and around the eye, and so if you can get close enough to tell, or if you have binoculars, then that's how you can tell kind of at a glance that it's an osprey. And what is not coming across really well in the photo is the fish that he's carrying. It was a really good day to be an osprey, not a really good day to be the fish. But I appreciate you guys. Oh, Peter Parker says he's got a gas mask on and hand sanitizer. There you go. That should keep you safe. Should keep you safe, at least during this live stream, if you are at home by yourself. Candy said that's why she chose the screen. There you go. But we took the morning cruise, and we had this experience, and I have to say that our park ranger that was leading the tour was so impressive because we had this gigantic Asian carp jump on the boat. And I've got the video coming out next week, so you'll see it. But it probably reached from the floor to above her knees, holding it upright. And so this gigantic Asian carp decides it's going to jump onto our pontoon boat. And we had some older ladies there who just absolutely, I don't want to say went spastic, but let's just say that there was some squealing and yelling on the pontoon boat because it landed in the middle of the boat. So people were concerned about their stuff. People were having this ginormous fish just jumping on them as it was trying to get into the water, and she was driving the boat. So she was able to pause the boat and come up and get the fish. And there is a photo in the upcoming video of her holding this huge fish before she puts it back in the water. Total pandemonium reigned on the boat with the folks behind us. We were in the front two seats on that particular tour. And so she just really did a great job. Her name was Olivia. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Just really calm. When you have something like that, you just want to know that the person leading the ship was really calm, and she was. So anyway, what can we say? All right, going back to the thing here, Candy says that's why she chose the screen. Stellarpiper is in the house. Stellar, I figured you'd be watching the Derby. Peter says the photo looks a little fishy. Yeah, you could say that. That's a good one, Peter. It's a good one. And hi to Stellar. There she is. She says, sorry, I'm late. I was watching the Kentucky Derby. Peter Parker wants to know what kind of fish bait they were using. I guess it was us. There was really no fish bait. We weren't fishing. We were just taking the tour. And so the calamity came up and happened. But anyway, she got it. She got it. And, Candy says with peach schnapps. Okay. All right. There you go. Peach schnapps is always good. Carry On, Jeff and John just came by. Hi, Carry On, Jeff and John. How are you doing? This is the middle of the night for Carry On, Jeff and John. He hails from across the pond. And we thank you, Jeff and John, for coming in. I really appreciate that. So anyway, I just want to give you guys just a little taste of the amazing, amazing tour. And while we were on the tour, we had wanted to take the sunset cruise, but it was full. So while we're on the tour, we're coming off and we're talking to people and whatnot. And then later we found out that there were a couple of slots available on the sunset cruise. So we grabbed it. It was nice. So thank you guys for your indulgence of, I thought it might be, Candy. I thought it might be. But thank you all for your indulgence of moving the live stream to Sunday. I really meant to thank you all last week and kind of got sidetracked with the luau. But what did you all think of the luau? Did you have fun? And Stellar, how is the Derby going? I'm glad they were able to have the Derby. Oh, wow. And I just went back over to the YouTube page, and wow, this is a different view for YouTube. Let me get out of this. Have you all noticed the new setup, I guess you could say, for YouTube? The new arrangement, the display? Wow. Oh, good. Good. They still have the default view. Good deal. Okay. That rocks. absolutely rocks. And let me get back. That was for Stellar. Got it. Okay, carry on. Jeff and John says, I'm up late, Gail, so just noticed you were live. So what better than visiting you? Aw. Well, I appreciate that. And Mel Mel says hello and things happen. So appreciate that, Mel Mel. This past 48 hours has been the thing for things happening. But and let's see, Stellar says no peach schnapps for her, Candy, but she did get a bottle of red wine today. Candy says hi. Mel Mel says I had fun. Good. Oh, carry on, Jeff and John. Thank you. You need glasses, but I appreciate that. And Stellar says, the favorite didn't win, so his owner was sad. He won the Belmont Stakes, and they were hoping for a triple crown, but nope. Triple crowns are almost impossible. Candy says, were you wearing a big crazy hat? I did during the morning, but what was happening was when we were on the pontoon boat out in the water, it was really breezy. So what was happening was it was just blowing my hat everywhere. So I didn't wear it on the sunset cruise, but I did start out with it on the morning cruise. Oh, thank you, Carry On, Jeff and John. They say that you are really rocking and rolling, Gail. Loving it. Thank you. Stellar is saying that Authentic won the Kentucky Derby. There you go. Candy is agreeing with Carry On. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Carry On, Jeff and John is saying, I certainly don't need glasses, my dear. It's true. Peter Parker says, the Kentucky state bird must be a chicken, LOL, finger licking good. I don't know what the state bird is. I think I know, but I'm going to look it up before I say something. I want to say it's the cardinal, the red bird. Let me see. Stellar says her new glasses should be in next week, and I'm looking forward to seeing. Yes, that is a good thing. Carry On, Jeff and John says, loving the new you. Look good on you. Thank you. It was actually a little shorter than I had planned. You know, you go in and ask for a trim. You don't know for sure what you're coming out with, but you know, what can you do? At least, you know, I was really glad I was able to at least get a haircut. So there you go. And Stellar is saying, Peter, yep, we are the fried chicken capital. There you go. I've actually been to the original Kentucky Fried Chicken. Man, that thing is off the beaten path. But you know, the thing is, paths keep changing. Ohio is the cardinal. Okay. I may be thinking of the wrong state then. And Carry On, Jeff and John says, keep rocking and rolling together and be awesome together. I agree with that. Make friends here, support each other, visit each other's channels, you know, be the amazing community that you are, that bodacious community. And let me check over here. I got to check and see what the Kentucky bird is. Aha. The Kentucky state bird is also the red cardinal. Thought it was. Didn't want to say for sure. But I'll pull that up. So there we go. The Kentucky bird is the cardinal. Let's see, you said the Ohio bird was too. I'm going to check that. We're going to pull it up because, see, it's the same for Ohio too. That's really cool. Tennessee has a little bit of a predatory bird here. We've got 3. The mockingbird here is actually not the nicest bird, but what can we say? That's what we've got. And we've got the northern mockingbird and we've got the northern bobwhite. Now, the bobwhite is not really territorial, but it's a form of quail, for those of you who don't know. And it's not really that territorial. But these mockingbirds, they will eat you up. And they've actually been known to go after other birds that were in the nest. So, yeah. Bowstar Crow is in the house. Hi, Bowstar. I'm sorry, Bowstar Channel now. Sorry, messed that up. It's good to see you. Welcome. And Kenny the Wee Service Dog says, don't remember that. Okay. And Carry On Jeff and John is reminding everybody to smash the like button with a massive sledgehammer for our host. Yes, please. Thank you. I appreciate that. I always forget to say that. So thank you. Now I have that song, Hush Little Baby. Yeah. Yeah, that's a popular one when you see the mockingbirds. But yeah, mockingbirds can be kind of mean. So Carry On. I know you and Bowstar know each other. For those of you who don't, go say hi to Bowstar. Does some neat stuff, some songs, and so forth. You really got to check it out. And Carry On Jeff and John, of course, is about cooking. And Candy the Wee Service Dog is about Candy the Wee Service Dog. Peter Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man the Hero, does some woodworking things. And we have Mel who tells it like it is, straight talk, some finance stuff, just neat stuff. So check out each other. So there you go. And by the way, Mel is back. He just stepped back in. So welcome back. Yes, it is. I'm agreeing with what Carry On Jeff and John is saying on the screen. They're saying check out Bowstar Channel if you like singing and comedy. It's amazing. I agree. Always have a good time. A lot of fun watching his channel. And some of the traditional Irish ballads that he does, I like those too because it kind of reminds me of some of the Appalachian music that we hear here in East Tennessee. Some of the, I want to say old music, but it goes back beyond what most people think of as old music. Around here, a lot of times when you hear that term for old music, they think some of the mountain melodies. So I would say that some of his Irish melodies are really the very beginning, the very oldest songs for that. What would you say, Bowstar? Is that how you would describe it? Because people brought their traditions as they came over. So, but yeah, I would agree. So I hope everybody's having a good Labor Day weekend. I hope so. A big holiday here in the U.S., 3-day weekend. And so the nice thing about it is, like if you go out of town, you're having a good time. But if you can just take some R&R at home, even if it's just for a couple of hours or for a whole day, that is really, really good too, because we all need a break sometimes. And Labor Day weekend was set aside, Labor Day, so people could have a break. That's what it's for. It's not for the 1%ers who seem to be able to take lots of breaks whenever they want to. It's for the rest of us regular folk. Carry on Jeff and John says, love you, Gales. You're such a darling and a great friend. Thank you. I try to be a friend, and I certainly appreciate you for your cooking shows and all the positive energy you infuse into YouTube. Bostar is saying, yes, a lot of Irish songs on my channel now, old times in Ireland. I will agree with that. They're really nice to hear because sometimes like you can hear that progression. And like one of the songs, oh my gosh, one of the songs that completely fascinates me is House of the Rising Sun. And that is an older song, and there's some questions about the actual origin of the song. I've heard that it comes from Ireland. I've heard that the oldest, quote, modern-ish song from the early 1900s is based on an older Irish song. And so that oldest 1900s, early 1900s song is completely different from what we have now. And so, but if you go through and you listen to the older songs coming and you listen to the, different ones in the different era, even on up to now, then you can see the progression. But if you just listen to that song just in like the Irish version about Dublin town going on up to today, if you just hear those two versions, or if you hear the version from the 1930s, then it's nothing like what we have now. Totally fascinated by that progression. Just tossing that out there. Oh, this hurts. Peter Parker is saying just about 3 months to Christmas. So everybody dash out and get your last minute Christmas gifts. 3 months. Carrying on, Jeff and John is saying that I would hire Bostar anytime. He's awesome. I would agree with that. Okay. Candy the Wee Service Dog is pointing out that it says North Carolina, Virginia, and Indiana have the cardinal as the state bird too. Neat. The stuff you learn on live streams, right? Oh, me too, Peter. Me too. I love those too. I went to a funeral and got to hear the bagpipes done at a funeral. It was the first time I'd ever heard them live, and I just freaking loved them. I didn't choose. Okay, Busy Lady is saying, hey, yay, you chose the E background. I didn't choose it. You all chose it. Everybody who is in the Facebook group voted. There was actually a tie. And I'm going to bring up the other photo here in just a little bit because we had a tie between A and E. A being the photo that I used for the thumbnail for tonight. So yeah, we'll be showing that a little bit later. Bostar says, yes, a lot of folk songs are like this. I do too. Danny Boy is cool. That's a cool song. And Stellar, yay, we're saying hi to each other. Excellent. Don't forget to smash that like button, please, by the way. They're going busy. They're going. It's been a little crazy. I've been trying to upload some random video clips for something. So, get this. I'm trying to save time. I think, well, I'm just going to get them all uploaded. We've got pretty good bandwidth. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open a bunch of tabs, and I'm going to upload all of these video clips all at the same time. So somewhere along the way, I found out I don't have enough storage space on my Google. So I've got to go in and up that, and I just haven't had a chance to do that yet today. So, but yeah, that's how things are going. So I learned an important lesson about haste making waste. And we have all heard that. But the problem is, I just didn't think about that. So I thought it was nighttime, and I thought, I'll just upload all these. But no. So other than that, things are going great. I hope they're going well with you. Okay. Candy says that she didn't know more than one state choosing the cardinal. Interesting. And yeah, states didn't necessarily collaborate on what bird they chose. So there you go. Yeah, Mel, I do think that's interesting. I agree. I am not touching that with a 10-foot pole, busy lady. I am not. But I would think so. Plus, you've got it in your name. I mean, come on. Oh, Candy says, pray for my allergies to settle down, watery eyes, and sneezing. Aw. Does fall tend to bother you? Like lots of extra gunk in the air? Yeah. But I don't know about you, but here we've had a lot of rain. You know, we were gone for like 10 days on vacation. I came back and my rain gauge, honest to gosh, almost 5 inches. Almost 5 inches in the rain gauge. 10 days. So for us, that's a lot at the same time. Even though, you know, I'm close to the mountains in East Tennessee, and part of the mountains over here is actually a rainforest. So we tend to get rain when other places don't. But that's still a lot for us. Yeah. And let's see. Candy says usually states want to be original. Yeah, I think that's true up to a point. But there's only so many birds that you can choose. Oh, and the really neat thing about being at Reelfoot is it's on the migration route for lots of different birds. So not only do we have the osprey scooping up the fish out of the water behind us, but we saw all kinds of cranes and egrets and blue herons and cliff-dwelling swallows that you don't usually see in the U.S., but because this is such a unique environment, then you see them. And we saw bald eagles too. It's just really cool. So, and I was actually, for the first time in my life, I was exposed to what they call yo-yo fishing. Have y'all ever heard of yo-yo fishing? Hi, Judy Boy. Welcome. Candy says she has allergies all year long. My doctors say I'm allergic to nature. Oh, as long as you're not allergic to Candy, your wee service dog, then you're probably okay. And let's see, going back to the birds, Candy says, Stellarpiper. Stellar is saying that Candy guess Ohio is the exception. So could be. Except there are other exceptions, right? Okay, so I am not the only one that has never heard of yo-yo fishing. Cool. Because, yeah, there is actually a special fishing yo-yo that people use, and they tie part of it up to a tree limb. The yo-yo actually hangs above the water, and the bait dangles into the water. They use it apparently a lot to fish for catfish up next to the shore, apparently. And so when the catfish comes along, it starts, of course, bobbing the whole thing. But what the yo-yo does, with it being tied to the tree, is if someone is having to set multiple traps, I guess you could say, then this yo-yo can tire out the fish, and the fisherman can come and get it later. They don't have to, it's not like a fishing pole where they cast and you stand and you watch it. They actually set these similar to what you would a trot line. And so they put them all out, and then they come back later and scoop up the catfish. It's really a big deal, especially, it's if you need to catch several fish at one time, or if you're a commercial fisherman, something like that, then it's supposed to be really helpful for that. So, but it makes me feel good to know I am not the only one that had never heard of yo-yo fishing. Oh, and Candy is saying that one thing people don't know about Ohio is we are known for the bald eagle as well. That's cool. Is it you go fishing with a yo-yo? Kinda, I guess. Yeah, it looked neat. We were going on the tour, and as we were going through, everybody was like, "Oh, they've caught a fish." So I'm like looking around, and I don't see a fisherman, and I'm like, "How is somebody catching a fish if you don't see a fisherman?" And that's when she was able to point out about the yo-yos, and they're actually special yo-yos. Oh, that's okay. Thank you for coming out, Busy. I appreciate that. So thank you. Because I know it's tough. She's got a family. It's the weekend. Lots of things going on. So appreciate you. You too. You too. You take care. But yeah, I got to show you these things. They're crazy looking. Okay. Here they are. Voila! The mechanical Fisher's Yo-Yo fishing reels package of 3 available right there on Amazon. So they're calling it automatic fishing reel yo-yo. It's crazy, but it works. And so that's all that matters is that it works. So yeah, who would have thought? Busy, you take care. Have a good weekend. But yeah, I mean, who would have thought something like that? Some people are genius. My hat is off. So, yeah. And Peter is saying, you guys are my virtual family. Oh, thank you, Peter. That is very nice of you to say. But I kind of have to agree with you because I get to talk to you all every week, and I don't get to talk to all my family members every week. And I don't know about you all, but there's a few family members I'm very okay with not talking to every week. Y'all know what I mean? And oh yeah, you do. Candy the Wee Service Dog says she has to be careful with Candy because of hawks and eagles and falcons that would snatch her up. Park rangers told us because we live literally next to a county and state park. You actually do have to watch that. We were living in a rural area, and our dogs at the time had puppies. They were puppies themselves. I had them scheduled for an appointment, and whoops. So had to delay that appointment. But after they had their puppies, we had these hawks flying over really low. And so yeah, we had to move the puppies up on the carport where they could be a little more protected. So you do have to watch that. I agree, Stellar. Mel knows what I mean. Okay. I'm sorry that you know what I mean, but yeah. But I guess every family probably has at least one. And Peter says you're welcome. And we thank you for that. We do. We really do. So, anyhow, but that was part of my trip. And like I said, I got a video that'll be coming out about this later in the week. So, and I got some other neat videos that are coming up about different places, but I just really wanted to say thanks for, kind of switching things around that weekend. Yeah. Candy says it's in her backyard. The rangers say they're not intimidated by people either. That doesn't surprise me that much. I mean, some, but these are known birds of prey, and they have a really high calorie count, and they don't really let anything get in their way. So I'm kind of not too surprised by that. Plus, you see them on the power lines and stuff, and certainly people are around. So, all right. Are we ready to see the next green screen? The tie that we had? Because we had a tie between this one and the other one. Who wants to see the other one? Anybody up for that? Because I'll plop it up here. All right. Well, you guys are quiet, so I'm going to try popping it up here anyway. Ta-da! There it is. So this was the other green screen that won. I'll have to scoot over so you can see the crane. But yeah, this was on the same tour, by the way. That much variety in the terrain. It was crazy. But yeah, we saw this one. Saw this guy out on the Evening Sunset Tour, just checking us out, poking his head up, just kind of like, hey, what are you crazy humans doing? So there you go. Okay. Peter Parker says, let me go back one. Candy the Wee Service Dog says the falcons and hawks circle in groups for their prey. Interesting, because I know a lot of the birds of prey are solitary. Stellar likes it. Cool. That's gorgeous. And Peter says, cool. Yeah, they had, it was really, just absolutely amazing. Because some of what we saw, honest to gosh, you would have thought that like we were in a different country or something because of the huge differences. And then we found out there have been actually several movies that have been filmed on Reelfoot Lake, partially because all of the differences in terrain. Now, I'm not familiar with all the movies, but I'm going to have to do some scouting on YouTube to find out about these. I'm just going to pull up the list. It was crazy. Let me see. There we go. All right. Now, I am not familiar with any of these. Just saying. But we've got U.S. Marshals, which I understand from the people on the boat who were raving about this movie. I understand that it's supposed to be really good. I haven't seen it. So y'all shout out your opinions. Rain Tree Country, which is an older one. Voyage of the Southern Sun, which is a documentary. I got to see that one because I like documentaries. Mystery Lake, Operation Rain Tree, New Madrid, or New Madrid, depending on how you want to pronounce that. And Rumblings of Imminence, the New Madrid Seismic Zone. And that's actually how the lake was created, because of the seismic activity along the New Madrid Fault. So, yeah, you don't usually think of Tennessee for earthquakes, but we got them. Most of them are small and not felt, but we have them nonetheless. So, yeah. Candy says, now I want a postcard of both of them. Are you going to sell any of your postcards, Gail? Yeah, I have some actually up on Zazzle. So it's been a while since I put something in. It needs to be updated. But yeah, Zazzle.com/Gail Crabtree. Let me see if I can get that link. And I'll just type it in here. And I really like Zazzle. Just saying, because they do all the work for you. You know, you put your photos up there. Some of the stuff's kind of expensive. The postcards aren't too bad on sale, but you know, they take care of printing, postage, sending, you know, so, and there's more than postcards on there. I mean, you can do like tons of things. So yeah, I'll pull that up too, just for the heck of it. So if anybody's thinking about selling their work online, as far as digital work, you know, on t-shirts or whatever, then Zazzle has you covered. So I've got some of it on here. This mountain's a little repetitive because I like put it on everything. But you can see that there's mugs and stuff, and that's actually Denali National Park up in Alaska. That's the mountain right there. So right now it's $1.20 a postcard, but they'll go on sale, and they run half price specials pretty often. And that's the time to buy anything on a half price special. So, and this one's kind of neat. Metro, New York City, the Union Station there. So if you take the Metro, you'll see it. I'm sorry, did I say New York or Washington, D.C.? Washington's what I meant. I got New York on my brain. So there you go. There's a little mountain cabin. It's kind of nice. That's on the Roaring Fork Nature Trail. If you guys have ever heard about Gatlinburg, Tennessee, that's right off of downtown. So there you go. Peter Parker says, I like to listen to Gail at bedtime or when I can't sleep. So relaxing and put me to sleep. I'm not saying you're boring. You're not. I got you. I tend to watch Over 50 and Fantabulous for the same reason. Plus, it's kind of nice. It gives her some watch time. So that's nice of you to do, Peter. Candy, the wee service dog, has to confess that she is multitasking. She has been binge watching Psych, the TV show. I'm not familiar with that one either. I may have to break down and actually watch TV sometime so I can just keep up with everything. And she says, oh, and Gail, I'm watching it on Amazon Prime videos. It's your fault for getting me addicted to Amazon Prime. I will own that. I will own that because Amazon Prime, they're like the bomb. It's just nice to be able to order something and it just magically appears by the postage service, UPS or FedEx, and you don't have to fight any crowd, you know? And right now, it's really nice not to have to go out. Yeah, I do, Stellar. I'm adding more, though. But yeah, Prime TV is great. I agree. I like the shipping, too. And I will toss out, in case you order anything from Amazon, if you will use my Amazon link, I will appreciate it. Now, Amazon will never tell me who purchases. So your privacy is secure with them, but any purchases made through this link helps me with the channel. It helps me pay some bills. It's not a lot. I promise you, it's not a lot. It's usually between 1 to 5%, closer to the 1, but it all adds up. It all helps. Oh, you were? That is great. Candy was watching 50 and Fab earlier live. She is great. Just peppy, happy. I love it. Love it, love it. There you go. So if y'all, and that link is on a lot of my videos. It doesn't come up too often on the live streams. I'm trying to remember to put it down in the description box, but I don't always make it. So, but yeah, and so if you shop through them, like I said, they're not going to tell me you shopped, but I appreciate it. Voodoo is good too. Okay. Now see, that's another one that I'm not familiar with. Is it kind of like what is that? I'm going to pull that up. Is that just for movies, or do you buy things? Let me see. I got to wait. I'm pulling. So it's for movies. Neat. Okay. Oh, it looks like they've got a huge array. Pay for only what you choose to rent or buy. I like that. I'm going to have to check into that, I think. But we've got Amazon Prime, and we use it tons. There you go. Candy the Wee Service Dog is going to get some groceries and also buying things for her office. Cool. Because we have ordered, Stellar can tell you, I've ordered some just really kind of wild things off of Amazon. When my daughter was getting married, we gave her an engagement party, of course. And this is not Stellar. Stellar got an engagement party too, don't worry. But for my younger daughter, she and her husband were very outdoorsy people, hiking, rappelling, bouldering, kayaking, all that stuff. So I decided to get her a boat. Perfectly reasonable thing. One of those, blow up boats, the rafts. I ordered it from Amazon. True story. Then they move into this place and they don't have a dishwasher. So type. I go to Amazon, boom, they get a dishwasher. One of the countertop models. I had never seen a countertop model, but Amazon did. So I got it from them. Weird stuff. Stellar says her office is mostly decorated in Etsy and the Dollar Tree. Hey, that's cool. Oh, okay. Cool. Voodoo's owned by Walmart. Now, Walmart I just read that they've done this subscription service Walmart has. I wonder if that is or will be part of their subscription service. Because that would be kind of cool. Yeah, but on Prime Videos, it's included for members. Yes, it is. But if Walmart includes it, that still might be worth looking at. Interesting. So, yeah. Neat. All right. I think I have another green screen here of the trip. I don't know where it fell in the placement, but this next green screen I thought was really cool. It's probably like one of my favorite photos. So I'm going to pop it up here, okay? Work with me here. I get to have a favorite. Voila. This is a giant cypress tree. I'll scoot over so you can see it. Giant cypress tree. And it is also in Reelfoot Lake, which is, I think, like the only place that has cypress trees in Tennessee. And they're freaking huge. Really, really cool. Aha. Candy says, I'm going to do a Prime grocery review when I get my shopping done next week. That'll be awesome. Okay. Peter says, well, take care, everyone. See you next week and good night. So, good night, Peter. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you next week. And Stellar says, good night. So, we're going to be popping off here in about 5 more minutes, too, I think. Kind of do the 8 o'clock, because I want to be good stewards of your time. So, an hour is what we like to do. So, yeah. But, yeah. We've got, and if you follow my Instagram account, you'll see more pictures. So I'm going to hush about that now. Oh, this is neat. Candy, the wee service dog, says she gets free delivery with her Snap card. It's a new service for Snap card holders. That's cool. See, we have never, all the places that we have lived in the past few years have been rural, so we don't get pizza delivery, much less groceries. I would so take advantage of it. Candy says good night. Yeah. And like Busy, she works for Shipt some. And now that lady gave me some great ideas for how you could possibly use Shipt while you're traveling, as far as like calling Shipt and having them bring groceries to your hotel, or like if you go to Walt Disney World, have them bring them to Walt Disney World and meeting you there, or having them come, like I said, to your hotel or your cabin. And I found out that some state parks will actually, if you only get a few things, if you don't like overload them, they'll like watch that for you in the office and you can go get it. Just make sure you get there during office hours. So I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah. So, yeah. I agree, Stellar. I totally agree. Mel says, haven't seen them. Okay. Well, you'll have to watch out. You'll have to see them. So, yeah. So the weather is starting to cool off here. How about for you guys? Or is it still blazing hot? It's still warm. It's just not as bad. Like we had temperatures today. Our high for today was like around 80, and tomorrow it's going to be like 89. That's if you're down. I'm sorry that I typed that in wrong. That's if you're down in toward Chattanooga. Let me type this in again with the actual. Yeah, and we're looking at 69. Our high today was 76. Right now it's 69. So the highest day we've got coming up this week is Monday, and that's going to be 80. So for us, it's kind of nice. Now let's see. Candy says, but Shipt is too expensive for me. But this service has just launched in the last couple of months. Yeah, but if you don't qualify and you need somebody to go get your groceries, then you're limited to like Shipt and Instacart. Oh, Stellar even mentioned Instacart. She says, Candy, have you tried Instacart? Plus, if you're on vacation somewhere, I think it's going to be really nice too for Shipt, even though it's going to be a little expensive. You don't necessarily know where to go for your groceries. So you wind up running in circles trying to get to a grocery store. So you're going to spend money in gas that you may not have to spend if you use a service. But I'm really glad that you don't have to pay for it, because that is perfect. because then you're not having to go out and get exposed to all these germs. So, yeah. And we have Chef Aurel Young, who has just come in. So, hey, Chef, how are you? It's good to see you. We're actually going to be jumping off here in a few minutes. A couple of minutes there. Let's see. Candy says, yes, it's cooling down where she is. Cool mornings, 55 degrees, warms up to mid 70, 80. However, it reaches the high in late afternoon. Nice. Nice. So it's, it's not going to stay hot too long. If it's late in the afternoon, it'll start cooling off. So that's nice. That was one thing that was really nice about our trip, because we stayed in mountains for most of the trip. So our temperatures in the mountains were a little bit cooler. And that was one thing I really liked about Reelfoot Lake. The photo that you see behind me, it was not super hot, which is good. And Candy's saying hi to Chef. Well, you all, don't forget to hit this like button for me, okay? And YouTube is apparently paying more attention to that. So, which I always say that they are, because they are. It's like Big Brother. It's like Big Brother almost, kind of watching. So, yeah, every like helps. And, if you're in the Facebook group, when it comes up on Facebook, click to like on the Facebook page also, because guess what? YouTube tracks that too. How's that for scary? Candy says it's warm for about 3 to 4 hours, that's good. It's better than being hot all day, where it's so hot you can't breathe. And Stellar's saying hi to Chef. Y'all, and Chef, I got to tell you, he does some really neat stuff on his channel. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but like, his videos are so much fun. You should go check that. So, but you have to, one of the things about YouTube is you're going to have to type in the names for the channels and find them that way. Or if you come back and you clicked and leave a comment on the video later, then people can just go to your comment. You just can't do it in the video chat anymore, because YouTube changed that. So, what can you do? They hold the cards. Candy says yes, and everyone has a great Labor Day. I will second that. Absolutely. Yeah, and like I said earlier, just take a break, whether it's for all day or the weekend or a couple of hours, or you spend a few minutes with a hot cup of tea. Just that break is a big deal. And Candy, the wee service dog, says that she is going to do labor on Labor Day, LOL. And I am sorry, but find a way. Take 5 minutes for you, just to breathe. Stellar says she's not. She's sleeping in on Labor Day, which sounds amazing. Anybody disagree with sleeping in on Labor Day, getting an extra 30 minutes or an hour sleep? I'm jealous, Stellar. I'm jealous. But Stellar, as your mom, I have your phone number. So I can remember many Christmas mornings where you came in, bouncing into our room before the sun came up. I could call you really early on Labor Day and just say hello and hang up the phone. I won't. I might mention it to your dad. But no, Stellar, you'll be safe. Don't worry. Candy the Wee Service Dog says Candy is using the weather change to get some extra naps in. There you go. Good for Candy. Good for Candy. No, Stellar, you don't have to worry. Because in order to phone you before daylight, I'd have to set my alarm to go off before daylight, and that ain't happening. So don't worry. Well, look, you all, I want to thank you for coming in this Saturday night. And I'm pretty sure that over 50 is on. Let me check and see. I've got a little thing up here, a little notification. Yep. Over 50 is on. So I'm going to put her link in the chat. And after we finish here, we can go check her out and say hello. Give her a little raid love. Okay? So you all always be bodacious. Take care, and I will see you next week. Okay, she was cooking. Okay, Candy the Wee Service Dog is giving us an update on Lynn, saying, bye, everyone, she was cooking. That's cool. All right, so go check out her channel. Make sure you visit the other channels that were in here today with Bostar and Carry On Jeff and John and everybody that was in here. Mel, Chef Arel, you got it. And y'all's channels. Go check everybody out. Say hello, and I will see you next week. Y'all take care. You're welcome. Thank you for coming in, and have a great Labor Day.